We're here with CJ, and this is CJ's Functional Fitness.
Correct.
I want to ask CJ, I want to thank you first of all for letting us come in and film this. And I want to ask you, how did you start this? What was your inspiration? And where did it all start? Where did it begin?
Well, you know, the bottom line, people were my inspiration. You know, I used to teach physical training and self-defense for my police department here locally in the city. And, you know, I started working with some civilians on the side, and I said, hey, why not get certified and try to do it on the side? And
right.
It's been a roller coaster ride ever since, you know. And my first few clients, they were people that could barely walk. They were 300 plus pounds, and I would meet them at odd places at 3 o'clock in the morning and train them.
Right.
There was no money involved, but I felt like there was a gift. So I just took it further and decided to look for higher certifications, met a few mentors, and just took off with it.
Wow.
Henceforth, CJ's Functional Fitness.
And what techniques do you use? Do you use the Academy's techniques with this combined, or what techniques do you use with
Well, what I like to use is all the techniques utilized in mixed martial arts, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling. My slogan is, you don't have to be a fighter to feel like one, so let's train.
Right.
So what I want to get people to believe is in themselves. Hey, you may have never had a fight in your life, but by the time you get out of my studio, you'll feel like you've been in one, and guess what? There's something you can take home right away. So not only is your cardio and conditioning getting better, not only are you getting educated on diet and wellness and fitness, I mean, you've got something that you can take home with you. Balance, footwork, coordination, flexibility, proper stretching, and proper nutrition intake.
Wow. So it's just really empowering them to feel like they could take on almost the world when they're out here in a way.
And the truth is, you can. You don't have to be a boxing champion of the world to feel like you can take over the world. Hey, how about it's just taking over your accounting firm?
Right.
How about it's just taking over your bank or taking over your law enforcement agency?
Right.
You know, or just taking over your studio when you're acting. You know, when you train like a fighter, you know, you should approach everything, life, all obstacles like a fighter. And that's where my company concept comes from.
That's awesome. And what kind of person, if somebody's watching right now and interested in this, what tips would you give them, you know, to approach this?
Well, first of all, always seek medical advice before you start any fitness training program. And then, you know what? Embrace it. You know what? It's different. I want to do something that I like to do. Okay, we try to accommodate that. But guess what? Get ready to do something that you're not used to, something new.
Right.
It's called shocking the system.
Right.
We always keep it fun. You know, I believe in good music. I believe in rhythm. I believe in training, laughing, and giggling.
Right.
But ultimately, I agree in some serious, butt-kicking ass training. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
You know, it's funny. Some of my fighters, some of my boxers and people that were clients turned into fighters. One guy called me one day and says, I'm doing an ultimate competition. I'm like, are you crazy? Turned out it was 3 of them. I went down there and all 3 of them did well.
Wow.
I was like, oh my goodness. And this is just off the training. So,
Wow.
hey, they didn't have to fight,
Right.
but they went on and it drove me crazy. But
So they're
successful.
finding more about who they are in a way.
It's
you
life.
know?
Life is about finding out who you are, and this is the one way you can check yourself is to put yourself in strange circumstances and survive it and win.
Right.
When you do that in fitness, it correlates to everything.
Right.
It correlates to your life. I mean, there are people that are sick. Hey, if they started training and working out, especially under doctor supervision, they may be able to survive 5 more years. You know,
Right.
I'm not going to give in to cancer. I'm not going to give in to AIDS. I'm not going to give in to heart disease, diabetes. I'm not giving up because in this brain, as long as I keep this fit, as long as I keep my body stretched and limber and ready to go, I can provide something to this society.
I agree. I think this is a great self-empowerment program you guys have here. I thank you for coming. Tell us, where's your address and where are you located?
The address is 15711 Condon Avenue. And the suite numbers, I have 2 suites, A4, and that's the personal training, and I have A6. And this is where the monster, this is the dungeon. This is where the group instruction and group killing goes on, you know. And I mean that in a nice way.
Nice.
And it's in the city of Lawndale.
Right.
And that's right in between Manhattan Beach and Hawthorne. So it's kind of bougie, kind of street. You know, it just fits
Right
both
in the
molds.
middle.
And it's very diverse and it's freeway close. You know, if you want to find out more about CJ and CJ's Functional Fitness, you can go to www.cjff.org or just simply give our office a call, 424-456-7306. We show you how we did it in the group room. I'm about to show you how we do it in the private room in a minute.
All right, man.
You don't have to be a fighter to feel like that. Let's
Thank you so
train.
much.
You're welcome.